brings big stars and...
If it doesn't work the first time, I don't think many people would try again.
All this plus daytime TV Emmys announced. A look back at the A-bomb, CBS gets a big protest, and the Smurfs go 90 minutes.
Oh, boy!
He's on unsolved Hollywood murders with a case of Thelma Todd. That was in 1935. Well, today, with our special tour guide, actor Robert Sacchi, we move ahead to 1959 and the strange death of a real superhero.
Superman. He's been part of our fantasy life for a long time. Today, he's Christopher Reeve in his $50 million special effects. But when Reeve was just a baby, another actor with a similar name, George Reeves, was playing Superman in a long-running TV series. Today, though, the thing people remember most about George Reeves was not his life as the Man of Steel, but the way he died 23 years ago. Was it suicide? Or did somebody kill Superman? George Reeves was an actor who worked in a lot of movies, but those parts stopped coming after the audience would point at the screen and shout, "There's Superman." The TV series brought him international fame and would pass for fortune in those early days of TV series, but after 8 years of it, Reeves was fed up.
If anybody ever died for a part, it's George. I felt that George was sick, that he was tight in the way that he was. He couldn't have done anything else but Superman.
But the question is, did Reeves hate being Superman enough to kill himself over it? The night of June 16, 1959, he was found dead in his Benedict Canyon home, a gunshot wound in his head. The coroner said it was suicide. What really happened that summer evening remains a mystery.
Apparently, two friends new friends came very late at night, and George didn't want them there. And they were going to party, and he said he wasn't staying, he didn't want him, and he started upstairs, and his new lady friend said, "Where are you going?" And he said, upstairs to kill myself.
Okay, but if Reeves did shoot himself, why were there 2 bullet holes in the wall of his room?
I mean, if you put a gun to your head, if it doesn't work the first time, I don't think many people would try again.
And if Reeves didn't shoot himself, who did? Who would have a motive? It could have been his brand new fiancée, Lenore Lemon, who Reeves was due to marry the very next week. Lenore was the latest love in George's life, replacing someone he'd had a lot of trouble giving up.
He was deeply involved with a woman, and they, for many, 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 many years, who I thought was quite wonderful, and they split up, and he was going to then marry the woman that he was with, and I said to him, it was on the phone, I said, "Are you sure?"
In fact, the woman Reeves had split up with was Mrs. Tony Mannix, wife of former MGM executive Eddie Mannix. The mystery deepened as it turned out that George had left just about everything to Tony in his will. Some people wondered if Reeves was bumped off because of a romantic triangle.
There were mysterious people around, and so I had been told there was even some connection. There were people that were involved with Jimmy Hoffa, with it was a very peculiar situation, whatever it was.
It's still a peculiar situation today. Like a lot of old crime cases, the truth has a way of oozing out. And even those people who start out being convinced of one thing wind up looking at it another way.
Somebody said something to me, and I really can't talk about it. I mean, it's just something that I would be open to. I can't talk about it. But somebody said something to me in New York 2 years ago. It was the first time that I would have entertained the idea that it wasn't suicide.
As Superman, George Reeves fought a never-ending battle for the truth, justice, and the American way. Funny thing, though, the truth and justice about the way Reeves died is one of Hollywood's never-ending mysteries. This is Robert Sacchi for Entertainment Tonight.